Everything was correct except I did. Oh, and set up. I can actually get through the story. That's the goal. Is to at least get through the story. I'd like to start. Wow. Where's my ah uh there we go. Okay. Good, good, good. Holy, like the light being great bright. Oh, I need to get really need to get. They're just somewhere, and I lost. I'm gonna find them one. Like there they are, and then start using them. Oh well, can I have it on my day? I'll do that. Right now we're focused. Like the resin being capped. I woke up this morning. We went star shot her for. All right. Well, one sec. Let me do a quick domain run. What is it? For do a quick couple domain runs. Maybe two, and I can dump the resin. I completely forgot to check resin this. Ended up getting up and going. We're gonna do it. And they're suggesting like I don't really care. Oh no 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 no. Not that one. He was not gonna do it very. Oh, if I remember right, this one's what like three guys, right? Quick vent. Where's the team? Up.
I'm here.
Don't generate. Oh,
I'm here.
it's mainly there for the crit rate bonus, the double cryo. No, you gain elemental mastery, which is very important for these swirly boys.
You have
Blaze over. Brace yourselves. Time for takeoff. Sacred name, fortune preserver.
One with nature. Time to go.
Born of ice and frost.
How regret will meet again.
38 seconds. That was a goal. Next. Please don't take me there. Ooh, not bad. Here's... That was all dendro types. Those are the ones that I've been having trouble finding.
Next on the agenda.
We have her. As long as we have her ult up at the beginning,
You are
Oh,
not
hell.
welcome here.
Into the wind.
Access.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Think you can get away?
and we're done in 34 seconds, even faster. Going. Elemental mastery, that's like healing bonus. Defense. Poop. Poop on a stick. Alright, we're here for story. I'm gonna go crunch these guys and here you go, here you go. Here's my one of my secret spots to grab right here. Kind of spread out.
Next on the agenda.
Here. That's 3. Right back around. If you need a free, if
One
you need
with nature.
core lapis, this can be a daily core lapis, the farm thing right there. Whee! Over here. And there's 2 more right here. Normally grab 1.
The wind knows me.
Got him. Kazuha makes a lot of that. That's what, like 5? What? That's more than an entire inventory's worth. Plus, there was like 1 I missed. I think there's like 6, so 6 total you can get, all in 1 pass. And that are cuts us down. We are good. And I'm done. Minor delay, but y'all got to see a little bit of. Oh, I went into. Oh,
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Using to yourself? That's... What a weird saying.
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
But why am I agreeing with Paimon?
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Need to find these guys.
We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
So silent. Stop it. Time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham,
Oh, Sino?
you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Is
Yeah, you're all talk.
he though? I don't think-
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Oh, what did we miss, Mister?
Huh?
I find.
Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
Huh?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
How are we supposed to know?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
I know exactly how that is.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
Yeah, I think
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
that's really big of you.
We're
Like
on it.
that's huge. Shows a level of like restraint and maturity.
Time to go.
I like Simon. Got a level head on him.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends
Oy, oy, oy.
think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it
How do we
really
do-
that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
The thing.
Hi,
me Traveler.
Traveler.
That's what I've been
I
going
want
by.
to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No. Sumeru's people have to do it.
Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Can't promise anything.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We
And
have
stayed
friends
pretty
in
consistent.
Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
Sorry about that. Dude, I keep you.
Want to trust you. My apologies
Not
for
even
posing my
tired.
questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Yeah, well, we're here now.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Keeps bringing up
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they
And the
despise traitors. Do they just
captions
think
or
that
whatever.
anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Or why they keep.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he...
All right. I
Your secret.
actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Aw.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance,
Sure where
and
that's coming.
always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty.
What did we do?
They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
That's a logical jump.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yo, are we about to go ghost hunting in an abandoned hospital in
Let's
Genshin?
go.
Yo. Ghost investigation. KVAT 2022. Hospital. Oh. In my explorer. Hey, how you doing? Hiya. Hiya. Boop, following.
A familiar sight.
Sounds good to me.
Nowhere to run! Enshroud! Let's nip that in the bud. Propagate!
Wonder if he's gonna get like a special melee.
Scatter!
Ah, you can't catch him with it. All right. I'm learning the ins and outs of it.
Can't see?
Hi. Kind of like this team. Ready. Although I don't know if I want to do double electro just to make up for the charge, or if I should keep
Smells like
Dendro.
something good is inside.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere. Monsters, watch out!
Oh no, monsters. Oh, where did
I
that
hear
thing go?
everything.
Surrender! Through me, justice is
I
served!
didn't follow the
Guilty!
Did it too soon. Now I'm off rhythm. Get ready to come back.
He stand condemned! Guilty! Well put.
Enshroud! Who do you think you are? I'll uproot you.
Bloop.
Torrent, bring
Nope.
refuge!
Oh, enemy reinforcement.
Nowhere to run!
Oop, not that way off.
Germinate!
I know.
Scatter!
Rest and rebuild!
Judgment is upon you!
Ah!
Stand condemned!
Oh shoot, I did it off rhythm. Just trying to predict it. I don't know who just requested to join.
Guilty!
Ah!
My judgment
Oh.
has failed.
Foolish maneuver!
Propagate! Scatter! I hear everything. Cancel.
Distracted.
Futile!
Covenant of the Deep!
There you go. Who sent the request?
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
That's what I was trying to do.
This is the one.
Wait, he's doing the puzzles for us? My job.
Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, we haven't found Squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a
down
break.
and read.
And just like that,
Yep.
he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow
Is it
its
physics?
natural trajectory?
Is this a physics book?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him. reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this? Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, was that a fast time travel? Like, time skip? Okay. What a weird time skip.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Don't, Paimon. Don't even make me.
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Dude, at least Trade are doing a ghost investigation.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Oh.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
I mean, obviously, though.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Oh boy. Good, finally. A part of the story where we have to explore. First off, get rid of those danger barrels. I'm starting to think I did not need to go. Try again.
Keep up.
Don't fall down the hole. I think I gotta find. Put up that one.
That's close enough.
It's here.
Surrender.
Hold the line.
Nowhere to run.
One with the forest.
It's a fun game. They don't synergize perfectly. I think it's gonna be a much better synergy when I get the. That one definitely locked up over anything that I.
Surrender.
Allow me.
I'll uproot you.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
You stand condemned.
And dude, once I get him built. He's gonna be alive.
Here. Spring forth. Futile.
Propagate.
I should have held on to her ult. Her to Sino's ult.
I hear everything.
I took it out before. Oops. Hi. Yeah, that was. Oh, there's one more. I have a feeling it's in this. Is it up there? Up and away. Up here.
Enshroud!
Bugs and birds.
Scatter! Judgment is upon you. Your penance is due!
I got stuck in. Hello? And now we go in here. Should be able to get in. Not jump. Here. This is that looks like some depressing crap about. I want to think about.
Look, there's someone over there.
It's gonna be like the situation in Liyue where we
Good idea.
like a real
Let's
person.
approach him slowly without alarming him.
Turned out he was dead.
Wait,
Know who it is?
you're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
He wasn't.
There are
Where did
drag
they
marks
take
on the
him?
ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
I don't know if
That
it
is
was-
one possibility.
They did say
It looks like they
sacrifices.
were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Where those guys went crazy.
Don't you think
Right.
his symptoms look familiar?
The desert dwellers, they went all crazy, right? Yeah. Is it-
Oh, now that you
all
mention
coming
it,
from the same
they're
thing?
acting the same way.
That has to be Irminsul,
Correct.
right?
The academia
Like
is behind
Irminsul
all of
withering
this.
and the
It
academia.
isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
Wait, is the academia causing the withering? Are they
First,
causing the withering?
the
to try-
academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia.
around it.
As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia.
Huh.
All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru Village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed: the scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
Wait, what?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So,
And how did they get the divine
human
capsule?
brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think
No,
about this.
then then how was the divine capsule made? If these capsules are made from human brains, how was the divine capsule made? And what is the divine capsule? No, something's sus, dude. Something's
I'm
sus.
the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Yeah, it has to do.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
Yeah.
The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal?
Why
I've
do
spent
they need
quite
that
some
knowledge?
time trying to analyze the
Other than
contents
to
of the
find it.
divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well.
Exactly.
What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
How can you?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
I mean, yeah, his motives
You
are...
can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
Not true,
The Divine
dude.
Knowledge Capsule is
I
something
feel you
I
on
want
that.
to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to
He
say
is.
this
He
for a
would
while.
make a good.
There are a
good
lot of
out.
bad guys in the
I'm looking
academia,
forward to
but
him coming out.
you're not one of them. You're the
Every
weirdo.
Dendro character that comes out, I really
You're
want to
probably right. Though I must say,
get. Dendro's my
I
favorite
quite enjoy
element.
this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Dendro and Animo are my two
That's
favorites.
a great way to think
And then
about it.
Electro, I think.
Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Dendro Traveler is definitely the best Traveler, though.
He
Actually-
won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we return to our...
Okay, we're going back to our village. Sometimes they say, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing, but like when I like get it into a game story and then like they start saying things like we need to go back to the village and stuff, I kind of skip those lines. Team. Maybe there's something that needs to... Maybe I'll need to come back here and investigate. I'll find... Fuck the thing up there. Hey, yeah, actually, if anybody's watching this, hello and like ask me if I've found this key here. If I'll see about finding myself to go put at some, either on one of my Twitch exploration streams. I don't know, maybe I'll stream it on YouTube. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah. And I'm intentionally running Dino and Tainari, the newest characters, even though they're not fully leveled up, because it gives that little bit of a... Hold on, I just got the text. 1 second, let me...
Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
Here. Oh wait. I might do a like, but today this week's schedule is gonna be a little weird because I have some family stuff. Oh yeah, it looks like it wasn't even.
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm
Yeah,
not the
no,
best judge
you know
of
what,
other
I'm just not
people's
gonna-
sense of humor.
Yeah. I'm streaming now. Sorry, I got a text about something for that would like kind of finalize some scheduling. What are you doing? all the streaming is today, and then tomorrow no streams
We're
because
back!
I'm taking a family day.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst.
Oh,
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
what are you thinking now?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
Yeah.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And
And
here I
why?
thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha day.
You?
On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing
what
the
they were
thick
doing.
notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General
the beep was?
Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is
Something.
capable of computation. The
It can
Akasha's
do math?
algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think.
You're
So
a
that's how
baby.
it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side.
Oh.
Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino,
Man, that's drawing
don't
some
take it to
parallels
heart.
to some stuff.
This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
People who can think for themselves
They
are
escaped because of me.
amazing.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
And everybody's capable of.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep,
Behind him.
that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
This?
I must
Yeah.
go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
He's gonna check into Dea.
Please,
Something's up.
wait! I want to go too!
Ah, too dangerous.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you! Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
I had an odd urge to. I need a team that I can blow. So, the team that I randomly, when I saw Candace, it's a team centralized around, and it's gonna be weak. So the idea I'm gonna do an elemental mastery. Yeah. With Rain Slash. Have her. He's gonna be straight like elemental mastery attack. Like crit rate and everything. She's gonna be the like way he gets Hydra, like with his ult and her ult, these two ults combined, that's constant electro charged. Then I want to bring some fire in for the possible. Maybe I don't know.
I promise
this
to
is
keep
something
you
I'm
safe.
thinking about. Because I didn't want to do a physical damage Razor. I always wanted, like, ever since I first got him, I originally put this on him. I may make a taser comp. These two. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that eventually. All right. Anyways,
Luck
back to story.
can swing the results of a single game.
Beto. Sorry, y'all are gonna see me doing this a lot. Like while I'm sitting here watching story, I'm gonna be thinking of more things to put in. Okay.
Come with me.
If we have Beto, you. We could do Bennett. Cause then with her ult active, I could use Beto's with her ult or Razor. And then we could do Bennett and bring like some fire for the funsies, but I don't know about that. There's another vaporized team I was thinking. Not exactly. I'm leaning towards Kokomi. For the double hydro.
Take
Get you
heart.
there.
Victory will be
I think,
ours.
yeah, taser comp here. That might be something to try. I'm so glad we've got more party slots now that so that way I can start sciencing more. And I like, the moment I think of a team synergy, I want to put it together. And thinking about it, like having a team. Ooh. Beto ult into Kokomi. Yeah. It's just, but don't use but then then you just don't use Kokomi ult during, That's that I'm just realizing. No other hydro. Cryo wouldn't do good.
So, where do we go from
Throw me.
here?
God, limited in healer.
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Actually, sorry, Sino. Hold on a second. I said Beto, but hold on. Actually, better option, right? Better option would be to have here. Put Beto back for a second. We're actually gonna have Kooky take you away, and then we need another Hydro. Like you work. I would think you would work, right? But I don't. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Ayato
Wow.
makes up.
This
Ayato
ought
will
to be
make up for the
entertaining.
downtime, for this downtime. He'll be a sub DPS, and then but his ult will also just apply a lot of Hydro around. Razor will be, and then Kooky is gonna keep Electro pulsing. I think with my build. Freedom Sworn on her because it's so good. Yeah, Kazuha, whatever. I throw Iron Sting on Kazuha and he she also pumps elemental mastery in. He increases normal attacks. She applies Hydro to Razor. Yeah, I'm gonna make an elemental. I'm gonna make a Taser Razor. Taser Razor. We just came up with the name right here. Misspelled Taser on purpose. Taser Razor. Alright.
I know the desert like
Team
the
Taser
back
Razor.
of my hand.
Alright. Alright, okay. What was going on? Sorry.
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Dendrofly. Dendrofly. I was thinking about what I was going to say and then noticed the Dendrofly thing. Yeah, y'all just witnessed
There's
me
something
like
here. What's
theory
this?
craft.
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
And for complaining.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset.
Yeah, I was like, it
Looks
looks
like
a
there were
helmet.
more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are device fragments scattered around here.
Then
Let's
why are
split
the
up and search the
fragments
area.
falling off? Like,
Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
it must be in a real rush if they're just dropping equipment. Like making them so easy to track. Something doesn't smell right.
It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
Something
How
really
did it end
doesn't
up
smell.
buried in the sand?
Yeah.
That can't have been part of the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
They must
Something
have been
doesn't smell
attacked along
right.
the way.
Wait, what?
Are they?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh.
The more I
running
think
on
about
sand
Taser
is
Razor,
so
the
tiring.
But
I think is
you're
does
flying,
Razor have
aren't
internal
you,
cooling?
Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh. Of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
Ooh, I know what all the
If you
artifacts
had
said.
informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it.
Trying to plead with
That's
them.
our Dia.
Tia? Why would you?
No, she's trying to plead with them.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself. I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
What if he gave you more?
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King.
Of course.
Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
You don't
Even
realize
if
how
it'll
committed.
expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me.
How
My
better to
boss
get
and
underneath
anything
them
the
and
people of Greater Lord Rukadavada have to say. Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes
Okay.
of you.
Hey, love you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
Exactly. Exactly.
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made
Okay,
myself
now you're
clear
making
enough.
generalism.
I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
Of course
I
he is.
do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
Good.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
But,
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
Huh. An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
is that how he lost an eye?
You're not wrong, but this
He
is
lie?
different. I promised my friends
Did
that
he
we'd
vouch
bring
for
back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
What? No.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me.
What the? No.
Raman, I'm holding up my end of the
No,
deal
this is
here.
horribly
You
fucked up.
better
No.
not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
They're actually gonna do it? There's no way they're actually gonna. Sino's gonna stop it, right?
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon
Hey,
tomorrow.
okay. Had to call a bluff. If I was her, I would have like turned around, walked away, and as soon as they were gone, I'd just be like, just fall over onto the ground.
Phew.
Phew. Oh,
I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Wait.
That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Don't do that ever again.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Out on a limb.
Don't
I
ever
get
make
it.
a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me
That's
and
why I
them.
think she's a.
There's a lot more where they came from.
Something tells me she's gonna.
Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
Nope.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Probably.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
Because he is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Ooh. Okay, cool. I thought it was gonna end here. Like I was like, wait a minute. There's no. It's got to end at some We've got to get some sort of like information, right? We got to get some sort of lore drop. There's like so much to find out about. Be here. AD. Right time? Either at the entrance. Oh, listen. Cutscene. Wee. Had something. But I was thinking I'd get more.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance.
I'll be
Dia,
way the fuck
I want to
over
be
here.
there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? I'll be very upset with you.
Okay.
Fine.
Everyone's getting onto her. Just stop. Get some help. Got myself a little bag of Funyuns, but went ahead and dumped them into a bowl. Guys, the cream. Do it. Nah. Punch on.
A familiar sight.
Zip. I gotta keep an eye too. I need to get more beetles. Oh, hello there.
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
So what happened to him?
Bring him over.
Is that the grandpa?
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Happening? Oh shit. He is mad.
Wait, mate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward. Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
The Dendro Archon's gonna work through him. Yep. Aww. Aww. Where are we going? I called it. I called it. I knew there was an underground.
Paimon's dizzy.
Everyone okay?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
For sure.
The
Finally believe
Dendro
me.
Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa?
Like that we're getting through.
No, he's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Places.
There used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle.
Oh, that
Praise the Scarlet King!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
Oh, he's totally going.
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
Yeah. The fact she turned around so fast.
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being, or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
No, you. What? What? What an asshole. Dude, I would have stayed with my men and been like, tell me what's inside. I trust you. Alright, kid. I guess you're watching over all of them. Be back from the ruins in a bit. Pyro, Cryo, and Electro. We're gonna actually try and relate this. Oh, also. I need. Sitting afraid to miss. Because I'm gonna be doing a weird Razor team and I'm gonna try it. I'm okay. We need Pyro. Oh, you know what? Don't rip this. That's my. That's. Going. New Dog City. What are we doing? Pyro. Pyro. So you Cryo and Electro. So... I don't really have anybody other than Ganyu. Cryo DP. I need some I need some more. I need to finish building. I need to finish. We need Pyro. Pyro. Pyroni. I don't know why they want Cryo, but this team is just... You know what? Yeah. Here's your Pyro.
What shall we do?
Oh, wait.
Need my help as usual?
Never gonna take damage.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants.
So it's like insulated.
So pretty.
Sir Rahman.
Is it an insulated source of dendro energy?
Me?
Do you see another Rahman here?
Are you
right, now you're just being
mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from the Scarlet King civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kinda strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Oh, we got a puzzle. got a puzzle. Oh, we got a puzzle. That looks like penis. Yeah, I got a puzzle. Oh. What am I? Look at the whole portal and. Let me guess. There's one in front of each. Oh my, okay. Okay. Okay, bud. Alright, so I've got these two in the right spot. Means this one needs to be set right here because I know exactly what's going on. And I'm over here. I'm gonna be like, what you are? Oh. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm extra dumb. Do it this way. It was, dude, I was doing it backwards, making it harder on myself when I could have just, you come to this one, and then you get this one set, then you come to this one and get this one set, then you come to this. Easy peasy, that's the solution. There you go. If you're stuck on that, done. But you're probably not stuck on that because that was easy peasy. Ooh, that looks like a button. It is! Goodbye, elevator! Hi! Anyways. Wish me! What happened?
Illusion shattered!
Solidify!
Let's go. Think you can bully me?
I will have order.
No, splat. Dude, I'm starting to like think about like elemental mastery. Luke, I don't know his damage scaling on this.
Dog, break forth!
Now you shall perish!
Oh, I thought that would have reached. Ah. Give me that chest. Yeah, go on. Door. Wait, but chest. Chest? I check. Ha! Wait. I think back. That's not confusing at all, but at the same time, it's efficient use of space. Oh! That one didn't slide, it just went bloop. Yes? Thingy. Carrot. Totally bird. Oh, hi.
Shaking and stir.
Stabilize!
Dog,
Goodbye.
break forth!
Petrol? Here? But not anything? No? That's mercy. Up, please. I thought I was about. Oh. Great message once I clear out the mushrooms.
This is order.
And one.
Look at you,
For the fun of it.
Boomtown. Scratch that.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Back. And like, hey, that's true. Diana would have her ult back a lot. Like, how close was that? She wouldn't. Yeah, she's 1 E away, and she could double E. Put shields on. Can you stack Diana? Hold on. If you double E, does that stack 2 shields? It might be more useful than I think. Especially with how does to once every 5 seconds, that can still be triggered even when the character hits. No. I don't know. Go back down. I'm not going. Dude, I've lost. I totally
Shine down.
got lost in train of thought. Okay. I got up here. I opened the thing. Is this a door? No. Seems like it. Up. A button to probably call it. Okay. That means there must be some other way forward. I'm so confused. Uh-oh. Dude, what am I doing? What am I missing? Oh. I fear. This is everything I fear. Oh no. Being stuck in a game. That just goes back. Can't be the answer. This here, but nothing. There's something up. It has to do with this message. I'll have to check this message. I hate it when it like takes away. Elevator will descend to the ground. Oh. I did it wrong. Did it wrong. I get it. I get it. I am so glad that they leave those hints here. First, we wait. Patient. It's all the way down. Oop. Eh. Okay. Hello.
There is no escape.
That didn't take too long. But man, that was an obvious. Well, I don't know if that was an obvious answer, but
Ways to the wicked.
but that hint is there, and it's kind of like pointed out. Not super obvious. There.
I will have order.
I will order.
Now
Number
you
2,
shall perish.
large fries with a Dr. Pepper, barbecue sauce to dip my chicken nuggets in. Or is it 10? Tough. Button. That do. That do. But there's another puzzle up here. As I keep turning. Oh. Next one. Oh, we already got that, so we just wait. Bing. Oh no, I wasn't on. Oh. Okay. What? Hold on. Gotta do a quick search. Quick search for loot. Loot to search. Loot? Oh, that looked like it would have stayed. Am I going down? Why am I going? I'm going. Wait, that's further down. Hold on. Oh, what?
Oh,
now we're going sideways?
The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
Right?
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
Hello. Oh, what? What? Dude, what kind of Willy Wonka, like pyramid are we in? Oh, dude. Really? Really? You block screenshots here? Oh no. I can save that screenshot. Screw you. I'm gonna take a screenshot. That's heckin' pretty. Oh.
It's getting brighter.
Look at that.
Oh, it looks so beautiful.
It does. Show me this.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
Among us. Us. Old meme. Dead meme.
Oh, these are Scarlet King runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
Of course.
And?
Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself.
Yeah.
You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise? A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end.
Wait.
As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
That's why it's
So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
Together.
But this doesn't make any sense.
It makes all the sense.
Dendro Archon's followers. They're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before.
Oh, well, me neither.
The followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. The Scarlet King's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans, fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
This is such... Oh. Pretty good
If
story.
I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Hey,
like,
how you doing?
If your world's kind of crumbling around you.
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Oh.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep.
I'm Depp saying that.
We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
Unless I get a thing that says wait for tomorrow. I have a feeling Sino's tied to it.
Stop yelling.
Is he a descendant? He has to be. He has to be, right? I've got a lot to think about. But also, like, I kind of saw the whole Scarlet King thing coming. I'm gonna have to go. I don't have that teleporter. Many things to think about. Oh, we're actually doing this. How much more? Almost.
Ramon, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
Perpetrator. Why's he gotta call them perpetrators?
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you.
That's right.
Uh-oh. No one can help you now.
General Mahamatra? No, no. Make it quick, please. Swift and painless.
Nope.
The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost.
You should have
Because
known
they're about
that
to
I
come-
would be
become one.
coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no
All right,
way we could
hold
have
on.
done all this
So
by
hold on.
ourselves.
Wait a minute. Pause. I just noticed something. You should fear a man that walks around in the desert almost barefoot. That man is walking on hot ass sand, damn near barefoot. You fear that man. That man fears nothing. That man fears no pain.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
I have a quick.
Be my guest.
Oh. Are they trying to create a god they can control?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Sebzerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
Oh, man.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Alhaitham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
Yeah.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean?
Yeah,
to
without
you?
somebody to learn from.
Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
Like, if you have, it's the thing where it's like, if your whole life you love learning, right? But then you learn everything, or you lose somebody to learn from, and then there's nobody else to learn from. How do you learn? I don't know. I guess that's what I'm. Then they want to have a divine wisdom god, but like, at the same time, wouldn't they have learned everything? I don't know. I don't understand.
From the beginning, the academia has never treated her as a god.
Why? What happened to, what about her? Like,
when the academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom,
was she newborn,
the
or
sages
just
hoped that
drunk?
she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation,
like, he actually,
they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
In shackle.
Sure, as you wish.
I gotta get this done. Well, since I'm here, then I'll be able to tell. I'm not too worried about collecting all the things and exploring everywhere, because that's kind of how I savor these patches and stuff. I don't go out and grab, unless I'm needing primos. Right now it's just teleporters as much as possible, and as I'm gonna do dailies and whatnot, I'm gonna run into chests and puzzles and stuff. Be like, ooh, what's this? This is cool, and get lost on that when I do my daily stream, which I'm gonna be doing. I don't know. Figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out more. My
the
schedule's
village
gonna be
keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a
Very good.
dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
No, I'm a spacey person. Sorry, I don't read things out loud much. I
Come
just
on,
record.
is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Like snacks.
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you.
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
Everything I.
So you were still withholding some information?
All of this together. God, self cringe. Okay.
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear
Oh, so
you
we
talk
just like
about it
built
again.
everybody.
What a whirlwind of a
killed them all.
story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Hey, didn't Dea know about? I don't remember.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
Is.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Oh.
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Is this gonna be the end of the quest?
It'll work out for sure.
Has to be. I bet this is the end of the quest. I'm not about to be done. Is that are we out? Oh, yep, that's the yep. We're done. We're ready to do the event. Let's go. What does that do? Intro trap. There you are. What does that do for you? Okay. Good. More duration on that, please. Triggers a little. 5 stacks of. Oh, so it'll gain half stacks immediately if I infuse it with something. Interesting. Which is like a big reason why I like to use them. So, that being said, we are just about out of... How much longer do we have on the event? Plus, I'm not sure if the event is open and what all... But, yeah, we got 11 days. That's more than... Or no, that's about... a little less than 2. But still, next week, I can do this. No other event. Yeah. So next week, we're going to do a stream focused on the event. We're going to get the event done. We'll do it on YouTube since it's got a little bit free and it'll be a fun and I'm going to try and get my Taser Razor team ready. That way I can use Razor, my new Razor, and hopefully Candace. They're not going to be fully built. It's probably going to be like half built, but I'm currently working on getting everybody to 1. And right now I've got a couple characters I need to work on. It's mainly just need to get flowers and stuff. I've already finished like boss farming. Ooh. But I'm gonna be doing that off stream, or I'm gonna be switching over to Twitch. I do it on Twitch. Jump off food and get ready. Always, thanks for watching. If there is a game you'd like to stay through the story of, feel free to send it. I have a couple ideas in the works. Feel free to throw them down there, check them out, and I respond to just about all my. Try to. In some way, shape, or YouTube thing goes. I've been doing Twitch for a while. I do more. I'm gonna step in on it because I like the idea of doing story game sessions and and it's we'll figure it out. let me know if you have any ways you think I could improve. Go ahead, drop any kind of corrective. Be adequate. I can't talk. Be adequate as a familiar, friendly verb. Okay, 3. Or I'll see you on, or whatever I happen to be making content on. I don't know. The future is in flux.